Solomon and the Zodiac Demons.
I distort the hearts and minds of men. If I hear the words, Ariel, imprison Bel, I at once retreat. And the ninth said, I am called curtail. I send colics in the bowels, and I induce pains. If I hear the words, Ioth, imprison curtail, I at once retreat. These spirits, from 7th to 9th, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Gemini, or the twins. The 10th spirit said, I am called Metathiax. I cause the reins to ache. If I hear the words, Adonal, imprison Metathiax, I at once retreat. The 11th said, I am called Catanicotal. I create strife and wrongs in men's homes, and send on them hard temper. If anyone would be at peace in his home, let him write on 7 leaves of laurel the name of the angel that frustrates me, along with these words, Ieo, sons of Sabaoth, in the name of the great God, shut up Catanicotal. Then let him wash the laurel leaves in water, and sprinkle his house with the water, from within to the outside. And at once I shall retreat. And the 12th said, I am called Saphatharael, and I inspire partisanship in men, and delight in causing them to stumble. If anyone will write on paper these names of angels, Iako, Elo, Iolit, Sabaoth, Ithoth, and having folded it up, wear it round his neck, or against his ear, I at once retreat, and dissipate the drunken fit. These spirits, from the 10th to the 12th, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Cancer, or the crab. The 13th spirit said, I am called Bobble, I am also called Bothothel, and I cause nervous illness by my assaults. If I hear the name of the great, as thus, Adonal, imprison Bothothel, I at once retreat. The 14th said, I am called Cumentail, and I inflict shivering fits and torpor. If only I hear the words, Zoroel, imprison Cumentail, I at once retreat. And the 15th said, I am called Rolled, some call me Subeti. I cause cold, and frost, and pain in the stomach. Let me only hear the words, Ix, bide not, be not warmed, for Solomon is fairer than 11 fathers, I at once retreat. These spirits, from 13th to 15th, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Leo, or the lion. The 16th spirit said, I am called Artrix. I inflict upon men fevers, both irremediable and harmful. If you would imprison me, chop up coriander, and smear it on the lips, reciting the following charm, this fever which is from dirt, I exorcise thee by the throne of the Most High God. Retreat from dirt, and retreat from the creature fashioned by God. And at once I shall retreat. The 17th said, I am called Eropale. On the stomach of men do I sit, and cause convulsions, in the bath, and on the road. And wherever I be found, or wherever I find a man, I throw him down. But if anyone will say to the afflicted 3 times, into their right ear, these names, Eudorize, Sabune, Dino, I shall at once retreat. And the 18th said, I am called Baldamek. I separate wife from husband, and bring about a grudge between them. If anyone write down the legends on paper, as follows, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, commands you, retire from this house in peace. And if placed in the antechamber of his house, I at once retire. These spirits, from 16th to 18th, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Virgo, or the Virgin. The 19th spirit said, I am called Neoth, and I take my seat on the knees of men. If anyone write on paper, pen on a ball, depart Nathath, and touch not the neck, I at once retreat. The 20th said, I am called Madero. I send on men incurable fever. If anyone write on the leaf of a book, Sphana, Raphael, retire Madero. Drag me not about, and flay me not, and tie it round his neck, I at once retreat. And the 21st said, I am called Alath, and I cause coughing and hard breathing in children. If anyone write on paper, Rorex, do pursue Alath, and fasten it round his neck, I at once retire. These spirits, from 19th to 21st, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Libra, or the scales. The 22nd spirit was also not given account of, or perhaps declined to share details of himself, but he is called Ordamioth. The 23rd spirit said, I am called Nephthada. I cause the reins to ache, and I bring about dicery. If anyone write on a plate of tin the words, Ithath, Uriel, Nephthada, and fasten it round the loins, I at once retreat. And the 24th said, I am called Aktun. I cause ribs and lumbic muscles to ache. If one engraves, on copper material, taken from a ship which has missed its anchorage, as thus, Marmarat, Sabaut, pursue Aktun, and fasten it round the loin, I at once retreat. These spirits, from the 22nd to the 24th, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Scorpio, or the scorpion. The 25th spirit said, I am called Anatroth, and I rend burnings and fevers into the entrails. But if I hear, Herrera, Sharara, instantly do I retreat. The 26th said, I am called Enanath. I steal away men's minds, and change their hearts, and make a man toothless. If one writes, Alazul, pursue Enanath, and tie the paper round him, I at once retreat. And the 27th said, I am called Fifth. I make men consumptive, and cause hemorrhagia. If one exorcises me with sweet-smelling wine, unmixed by the 11th eon, and say, I exorcise you, Fifth, stop, by the 11th eon. Then give it to the patient to drink, I shall at once retreat. These spirits, from the 25th to the 27th, were the 3 decans of the zodiacal sign, Sagittarius, or the archer. The 28th spirit said, I am called Harpax, and I send sleeplessness on men. If one writes, Cophnadismos, and bind it round the temples, I at once retire.